Welcome to the LGBT Hype Family channel. I am Jamie, the host, and as we progress, I'm sure I will have co-hosts. There are a couple people that I definitely want to do a collaboration with, and that will happen in due time. So today we're going to talk about ways that are, or things that are considered transphobic. So it was brought to my attention by a friend of mine that there was a trans woman that claimed that by not dating trans women or trans men or just trans people in general, that's being transphobic. And in all reality, that's not entirely true. It is true, but not entirely true. So we're just going to start at the basics. If you dead name someone that has asked you politely to call them by their preferred name, and you choose to ignore that, and you continuously dead name them on purpose, that is transphobic. If you call someone out that is in public and out that person, they may not have wanted to be outed, therefore that is also transphobic. If you see a trans person go into the bathroom and you don't exactly agree with that, you have two choices here. You can either choose to suck it up and go in the bathroom and go to the bathroom and pretend like nothing happened, or B, you can be polite and wait until they come out and then go in there after they come out. Now, calling them out is transphobic. Opening the door on them is beyond transphobic. That's not just transphobic, that is indecency, that is harassment, that is sexual harassment. Like, just don't. Okay. Now, on the dating aspect of this, if you are a cis male, aka you were born a male and you identify as a male and have always identified as a male, okay, and you date women and you will only date women, that is okay. However, you still need to include trans women in that because they are women. Now, I get the fact that, you may not like how one looks, and that's fine because everyone has a particular taste. Even cis men with cis women only like certain cis women, and that is okay. So therefore, if somebody that is a cis male that is attracted to a trans female, that's good. If they're not attracted to you specifically as a trans woman, that does not mean that they are transphobic, because they may just not like. They just may not be attracted to you, okay, and just as a person, and that's okay. But if they're like entirely setting aside all trans women entirely, that is transphobic, because trans women are trans women and trans men are trans men. They are men, okay? Trans men are men, trans women are women. So if you are attracted to women as a whole, then you should also include trans women because they are women. If you are attracted to women or to men, then you should include trans men because trans men are men. So you should include that, okay? And if you say that you are bi, then you should include them as well, both trans men and trans women, because they are both men and women. Therefore, they should be included. And like I said, I get if you are not physically attracted to them or their personality is not your type, that is fine. So long as you're including them, if you try, okay? I get that. I understand. But overall, you should be attracted to a person's personality, not necessarily their looks, because their looks are going to go away over time anyway. But that's a whole different topic for a whole different day. We're not going to get into that today. So those are just some things that can be considered transphobic, okay? It can also be considered transphobic if you try and, let's say for a trans woman, and you want to tell her that she's beautiful, do not say you look beautiful for a trans woman. That is an insult. That is a straight insult. Just say, you're beautiful. It's that simple. Don't try and make it sound like something that it's not, because that sounds like an insult and we hate it. Okay? If somebody comes up to me and says, "Oh, you look beautiful for a trans woman," that's like saying, "Oh, you don't look good enough to be a woman, but you look better than a normal trans person," and that is an insult. Please don't do that. Make sure that you just go up and you say, "You are absolutely stunning. You're beautiful. I love your makeup. Just your eyes are beautiful." Whatever you got to do. Just don't say that you're beautiful as a trans woman, or you look handsome for a trans man, or something along those lines, because A, you don't know if they're stealth or not. So please don't point them out. Again, that is transphobic. Do not. That can ruin their safety. A, if people around them knew who they were and didn't actually know because they were being stealth about it, don't do it. It is bad. You can get them beat, you can get them killed. It is not okay. Secondly, it's just disrespectful. Like, either the trans man is handsome or he is not, or the trans woman is beautiful, or just keep your mouth shut, because that's just how it be. Otherwise, it's just very transphobic, very rude, very very rude. We'll just stick with rude. One more thing that I just forgot about, but my mom was like, "Hey, don't forget about this." So if you are a TERF, and for those of you that don't know, it's basically a feminist that excludes trans women, okay? You are in the wrong, okay? A trans woman is a woman, and she deserves just as much rights as you do as a woman, because y'all are both women, and you should be uplifting each other, not going against each other, okay? Okay. Because here with the LGBT high family, we agree that everyone should be here because we're a family. Everyone should be treated equally. Everyone should be loved. Everyone should be positive. That's the way we see things because we're a family here. I don't care what background you have. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what religion you belong to. I don't care about any of that. You still belong in our family. We will still accept you, and we will still treat you with respect because that's how we do here. But if you are a TERF, I need you to understand that you are being extremely disrespectful to trans women because they are women and they should be treated as such. Therefore, they should have equal rights as well. Because whether you know it or not, if I am a stealth trans woman, that means no one knows that I was originally male. They just assume that I've always been female. I'm going to be treated the same as you are. So how is that fair to the trans woman that is being treated like you are? Because then that excludes her from female rights. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. So that in and of itself is transphobic as well. Goose fava. Okay, let's try this again. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so let's try this again. So for those that are non-binary, gender non-conforming, gender fluid, anyone that is not in the binary spectrum, okay, we'll put you in an umbrella. I hate to do that, but we're going to put all of you in an umbrella for right now, to explain to those that don't understand, that exists. Whether you believe that it exists or not, it's there. It's kind of like, you know how you can't see air, but you know it exists? They exist, okay? They are valid. And we love them, and we support them and accept them here in the LGBT high family. And because of that, if you do not believe in that, if you don't believe that they exist, that is transphobic. Because they are also trans, okay? They are anyone that is not identifying with what they were given at birth, they are trans. And while we're on that subject, because not believing in that is transphobic, just because someone does not fully transformate into fully what they identify as does not make them not what they are. Because if they are a trans woman and they have not done anything, they are still valid and they are still a trans woman, and you should still respect their pronouns because you never know. They could be having medical issues that prevent them from transitioning. You don't know. That could be their choice. They just choose not to transition, and that is okay too. They are still valid. Therefore, if you do not respect them if they've asked you to use the proper pronouns and you choose to continue using the incorrect ones. That is transphobic. So let's avoid that as well. Okay? And I'm not coming out of this out of malice or hate. I'm coming to educate you. I want to educate everyone. I want to spread love and positivity everywhere I go. So please understand that you are still loved. Even if you choose not to accept this, I'm still going to love you and I'm still going to accept you. But you're infringing on people's human rights. You're infringing on a human being. You are also a human being. And how would you like it if someone came and said, oh, you say that you're he, him, but I'm going to say you're she, her? Like, I think that would also offend you as well. Like, that's the best way I can put it, is if you were born male, you identify as male, and someone kept saying, oh, well, that girl over there, oh, well, she over there, or her things, I'm pretty sure you would get extremely offended. So I'm trying to get you to understand how they feel when you misgender them on purpose. I understand that you are not going to understand the dead name situation. For me, well, for some that are born with and given a name that's kind of can go either way, that they're going to be fine. They generally use their same name and that they're okay. But like for me, for example, I'm not going to tell you my dead name, but anytime I hear my dead name, even if it's somebody else, it's their name, it makes me cringe. It makes me just want to die inside hearing that name. And so that just give you an idea. They feel like they're dying inside, and every time you misgender them or any time that you use their dead name, you are like making them feel like death. Like that is how it is, and that's not how our family is. Our family is very loving and accepting, and we respect each other. Even if we don't necessarily believe in the same beliefs, we still respect each other and we respect each other's rights. Okay? So just understand that if you dead name someone or you mispronounce, don't use their pronouns, whether it be they, them, she, her, he, him, they, them, however they want to be called, we're going to use those pronouns here. That is how it's going to be. I appreciate your cooperation. And I just like educating everyone in things that I'm aware of, because I'm sure there's other things that I'm not adding here that other family members of the LGBTI family would probably be able to help me explain more on. And if so, please leave that in the comments. Any of you that are in the LGBTI family that have more to add to this, please put it in the comments and I will try and do a part 2 of this to explain in more detail, and anything else that is added from one of them, I will expand on this at a later date. But I just wanted to come on here. This is going to be the first video of the LGBTI family. We have joined together. We have grown so much in the past week and a half, and it has been a wild ride and it's been so much fun. Look forward to having more videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I will be uploading every Tuesday and Thursday, right around midnight, I think, just to have this YouTube page, and I'm going to work on having a topic for each video that I upload. Some of them may be skits, some of them may just be educational videos, others may be about my merch or anything that's happening there. Which, by the way, if you want my merch, I have a link in the YouTube bio where you can go and purchase, and if you do purchase the merch, a percentage of it is going to Glisten. And if you don't know what Glisten is, it is a nonprofit organization that goes into schools to teach the youth about LGBTQ+ and how to respect one another, especially for those that are LGBTQ+, and to have bully-free zones for them. And on that note, we're going to end today. And thank you for anyone that's stayed this long. I appreciate listening to my rant. and I'm a chatty Cathy. I end up talking way too much, way too long, and I spread it out. But thank you. Once again, please support Glisten by purchasing my merchandise, and I will see you on Thursday. Love you guys.